The thrill that everyone should know. It's what it's like to dance in the snow, or something like that. Snowman and snowwoman dancing in the moonlight on a snowy winter day. Well, that's it. There's not much else to tell you. But remember I was saying yesterday, just have fun. Well, I had fun with this one. Yep, all the blues that make up the shadows, and all the blues that make up the sky and the distant trees, only to be accentuated by that red in the scarf and that orange on the carrot noses. Yes, snowman and snowwoman just having a great time dancing in the snow. The very thing they're made of, the very fabric of their being falling all around them. All right, let me show you how I painted this right now. Okay, well, I'm going to use the watercolor as my sketching medium and see if this works out. Anyway, so good morning. Thank you for watching. So all I really want to do is a couple of snowmen, well, a snowman and a snowwoman dancing. I kind of want them just having fun, the snowman and the snowwoman. So let's do an outline first of her. Maybe she's got a knit hat on. So I'll just do it in light blue just so I can kind of give myself an idea where everything is. So this is her head with a light blue outline. Well, that's a little bit darker than light blue. Just make sure we get that little carrot nose there. And let's see. If I put her, maybe one of her arms is out like this. Yeah. That's the top of her body. And maybe the bottom of her body is a little bit more bellowed than a snowman would be, right? Snowman would be, and maybe I don't want to be too obvious with the upper part of her body, but let's see. There we go. Well, maybe she's wearing something. Maybe wearing something would be a better way of expressing. I don't know. Trying to think. Well, she should have a scarf, I think, just like he will have a scarf. So let's put the scarf on her. Just sketch it out first. Let the scarf be blown in the wind. Let's put the scarf behind her like that. Make it nice and red. Just like that. There we go. I want this hand over here to be touching his hand. Yeah, I want him to be touching each other. There we go. There's our snow woman. There we go. That's not a bad shape for a snow woman. Whether you could actually pull this off with real snow or not is probably unlikely. But anyway, so now let's put him in here. Let's see, what do I want him? I think I want him with a top hat. Just like Frosty has a top hat. It's going to have to go over the top of the card, I think. It's the only way I can pull that off. Because I didn't place it really perfectly. But maybe he's bowing and smiling. He's doing a little thing there. Trying to make it up as I go along. Give him a bigger nose. And his head is kind of bowed a little bit while he dances. Maybe he's got a scarf that is also flying in the wind a little bit. Let's put his other hand like just outreached to like this. I don't know what dance this would be. This is the snowman dance. There he is. There he is. And let's give him a big old middle section. It's kind of fun, right? It's kind of fun making something up like this. And one more. There's our snowman, snow woman dancing. Whoa. The bottom part of him is big. Let's make a snowman. Let me build a snowman. Then, I want a scarf on him also. I think I'll just have it like this. Maybe his scarf is... Well, if he's flinging himself around, maybe it would be. But if it's windy, I'm trying to think how it would be. Here we go. Just like that, I guess. I don't know. I'm stuck on the scarf here. There we go. This is scarf. Goes around like that. I have to worry about it later. Hopefully I get it right. All right. There's our snow people. All right, let's go ahead and add some shade to the two. Let's do this. Let's just fill it in. Do the best we can. Get some shadows on them. We'll worry about the background later. And the snow. Here we go. Maybe they're dancing at night, so it's kind of diffused light a little bit. Just diffuse the light a lot. This is a fun one. Oh, she's got a little bit of a skirt going on there. And maybe light's coming from behind them. And the hat's got the shade on it. Just trying to make it all make sense. Anyway, this is a fun one. Yeah, I've been doing so many landscapes. It might be fun to do a Christmas card or a winter card like this. Some kind of fantasy thing. It's coming around. Oh, I got some red in there from somewhere. I guess from the jar. Jar has some paint on it. Just spreading it around. Somebody mentioned to me that I should use bigger brushes. I do use bigger brushes. I use any brush. Oh, so I went yesterday to a place. It was kind of fun. Oh, the people were so nice. It was just a dinner. I thought it was going to be like a horse. I thought we were going to go see horses. But no, it was just a dinner. It was nice. They showed us around the house, and the gentleman who is the man of the house, they both, I don't know how old they are, but they seemed like they were up there. And he had retired as an engineer for NASA. Isn't that interesting? They don't own horses, but I just for some reason thought there were going to be people with horses. But they don't own any horses. And he was telling us, and you might know this, I don't know, but he was telling us that when they first built the space shuttle, they painted the rockets, the engines, the part that actually lifts the rocket into space. They painted them white. And then they figured out that the paint was so heavy that it was actually better to not paint it and just keep it the color of the insulation, which is that orange color that we all kind of became familiar with. And that gave them more extra cargo. They could put extra cargo in there because the paint was so heavy. It was such a large, it was very large if you remember. It's incredible how they figured things out like that. I think so. So he had quite a career. It was a beautiful house too. So let's see, what else do I want to put here? A little bit of shadow on the hat here. Just spread this around. I think, by the way, the reason I don't use a smaller brush, a larger brush for some of these things, is because I want to build it. I don't want to necessarily just do one stroke and feel like it's done. And that's not for everybody. Everybody does it differently. I just feel like I can, I've always kind of worked, even with paint, I've always kind of worked in a pointillism kind of a way. So if you do pointillism, you're going to use a small point. And that's the way I've always done it. So when somebody says you should use whatever, maybe the word should be you could use whatever. Maybe that's the more operative word. You could use a larger brush. And yes, absolutely, I could. But can you imagine me trying to do this with a larger brush? I don't think it would work. Not for me. Maybe you could do it with a larger brush. I would not be able to justify it. I'd be messing up all the time. I mess up all the time anyway. I'm not the go-to guy when it comes to asking questions about painting. You know, everybody always asks me, and I always say, I don't really know what I'm doing. And everybody says, you have to know what you're doing. And then I will say, I'm not lying to you. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm making it up as I go along. I'm a retired radio guy. I don't really have any training in painting. I'm making it up. And I don't know. I'm being honest. Probably why when I do these videos I don't talk about the painting so much. I talk about other things. So, which leads me to this. How you doing? Let's talk about other things. Oh, one of the things that came up yesterday, so that we went to this event, and it was a dinner, and it wasn't just Robin and me. There were probably 30 other people, and we're sitting at a table with maybe 12 other people, and the question came up about the best pizza. And I know this is a dangerous conversation, because it's kind of like arguing about religion or politics. It's just everybody has their own opinion about pizza, and it's a dangerous topic. That's what I say. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. What do you think of our snow people? They're not colored in yet, but they're sketched in. And if I let them dry, then I can do the faces better. But I also want the background to be much darker than it is. And except for the snow where they're standing. So I gotta maybe I could have the moon in the sky like a big pizza pie. Speaking of pizza, when the moon's in the sky like a big pizza pie. I know. When the moon hits your eye, I know. I know that song. Alright, little snow people, I gotta let you dry. Oh, it looks dry right there. Okay, let me get some darker blue. Darker blue. This is darker blue, I think. Let me start here in the corner. Yeah, let's go up here. Let's spread it out a little bit. There we go. A little bit darker, and it's kind of, the light is spreading out a little bit from there. Oh yeah, I got an idea. I could put some like trees and stuff in the background. See, I want to make her and him lighter, much lighter. So the background has to be very dark. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So they have to be much darker. Just make sure that the paint is dry. Otherwise it'll bleed into it. There we go. And his head is going to be black, so I could just kind of play around here a little bit. can make this work. So the lighted areas, it's not going to be hard because it's already light. Let's spread this paint out. Here we go. Kind of black and blue together. So you can make some of this blue here. A little bit of a tree there, a hint of a tree. Let's see how it works out. So this is going to be number 183 of 200 cards that I'm painting for the auction at the church. The auction is 20 days away now. So I kind of am pushed a little bit. I'm pushing myself a little bit to get this done by the 20. Well, I got to get it done before the 23rd. The 23rd is the auction, and I know that the ladies who are putting on the auction, they're gonna need the art maybe a week before that, so I've got about a week. Oh my gosh, okay. I'm going to have to do more than one a day. But I don't think I'm going to be doing a video for each one though, so I'll be painting some cards without the camera on. Hope you don't mind. Hope you're okay with that. Yeah, they're dancing. Our snow people are dancing. I'll probably use gouache to add some snow on the trees in the background because I didn't really do a good job of leaving room for the trees. You know what I mean? We'll spread it out a little bit more onto the back of the card. There we go. Ultimately, it's just about getting it done. All these little cards are just sketches if you think about it. You know, any cards that come out like beautiful. And some of them have come out really nice, but I think those will be sketches for a larger picture, perhaps. I don't want to say for sure, but that would be one idea. You know, we could have some larger paintings based on some of these smaller sketches. Go ahead and make some trees back there. Yeah, that looks pretty. It looks pretty. Why not? Why not have some trees like that? Right? Okay. There we go. There we go. And the hill goes up there. Maybe they're dancing on a hill. A little bit of a hill right there. All right, there we go. We can always change some of that. And then we can add a little bit more depth to them. Maybe some shadows. Casting shadows. There we go, there's the shadow. The shadow and the edge of the snow just kind of works together. And of course little folds in the snow. Little places where the snow just kind of gets this watered down here. Something fun. This is a fun one. I think maybe a child card or something. Maybe a child would like this card. Dancing Snowman. I like that movie Frozen because it's got some nice music in it. And it has a song, Do You Want to Build a Snowman? I love that. I should watch it. I know it's a cartoon, but I should watch it. It's been a long time. I think I was at my son's house when I saw it the first time. Kids are mesmerized. The children are mesmerized by cartoons. They just love them. All right, now let's let's add some details to this. Are my snowmen dry enough? The background is still wet, but I think the snowmen are dry enough. All right, kids, now you get a mouth and eyes. Okay. I think this eye is going to be, I think he's going to be looking down. Maybe even his eyes are like that, maybe. And maybe he's smiling because he's with his favorite snow girl. Yeah. He's with his favorite snow girl. And his hat is dark. His hat has an edge over there. It's an edge over here. It sits upon his head like a hat should do. Just get this hat. Maybe the hat has a red ribbon around it. I'll make sure I leave room for the red ribbon. Oops. I didn't get the water on it. All right, let me leave room for a red ribbon right there. Right there. And some buttons, of course. You need buttons on your snowman. You can't have a snowman without buttons. There's one. And there's another one. He might even have a full-length coat. Maybe his buttons go all the way down. You know, when you were a kid, when I was a kid, they would always say to use coal for that. But where do you get coal from nowadays? You don't have coal. You get charcoal. A little different. But that's what you get now, right? It's easier to get. It's easier to find charcoal than it is coal. Okay, one more button. That's a full-length coat he's got on, let's say. I probably didn't do that exactly right, but that's okay. All right, now let's give Mrs. Claus, not Mrs. Claus, I mean Mrs. Snowman. Let's give her a nice, let's see. She's got a nice eye right there. Oh yeah, she's with her favorite guy. She's with her favorite guy. And a little eyelash or two on her. There we go. I'll give her a nice big smile also, because she's also just having a great time dancing in the moonlight. Snowmen dancing in the moonlight. The snow people. The snow dance. Alright, she gets buttons too. Let's put hers closer together so they can form a little bit of an arch here. And she won't go all the way down because she's got a skirt or something. She's wearing a skirt. Alright, now clean the brush really good. Alright, now make sure it's dry. I'm going to go for the orange. Go for the orange. You know what that's for? That's for that carrot nose. Alright, carrot nose, here we go. Big old carrot nose. Okay, and she gets a big old carrot nose too. Well, hers is a little smaller carrot. There we go. What do you think? Kind of fun, huh? Right, now we want some bright red. for the scarves. I think I want both scarves to be red. So let's go ahead and put some red on the scarves. This is like coloring, a coloring book. There we go. So a couple of little spots where you can still see the light reflecting off of it. Yeah, there's his scarf. And now hers. Should I make hers a little pink? I don't know. What do you think? Let me just see what it looks like. Maybe hers is a little more violet or something. Yeah, she's got a nice red scarf too. It's okay. The kids who built these snow people probably had limited resources, limited access to different color clothing. And they both decided red. Red is the color. Red. Lady in red. That's what song is here. They're dancing. Yeah, let's put a little flip to that. A little flip. Same with her. A little flip to it. Make it look in motion. Kind of like Superman's cape. Blowing in the wind a little bit. There we go. Trying to think what I want to do here. Maybe a little darker here. There we go. A little bit different here. Yeah, just add a little bit of color to the background there. I'm going to add snow to those trees in the background. Just wanted to add a little bit of color to that. Just a little bit. Instead of making them stark like that. Alright, now let's go ahead and get some of this blue. Make a few more shadows in the snow. Maybe a few more shadows on them too. Yeah, let's darken the shadows on them, I think. Darken it a little bit. A little bit more. Spread it around. There we go. Yeah, make that background blue. I think that's part part of what I need to do here. Yeah, that looks nice. Maybe more shade to her. Maybe even a little bit of pleats. Yeah, a little bit of pleats in her dress. I don't know how you would do that actually with snow. I guess you could carve it in there. Just pile it on there. Yeah, I like that. And her hat too. There we go. There's our snow man and our snow woman. Is there any brown? I can use just a little hint of brown underneath their carrots. A little shadow under the carrot. Just dot it in there. Now, trying to darken that shadow a little bit. There, what do you think of that? Yeah. Our dancing snowman and snowwoman. Alright, I said I was going to use gouache, and I definitely want to use gouache. So I'll put a little bit on the back of the card, and it'll go a long way. I hope. I hope I do it right. Now what I want that for, let me get a smaller brush than that even. What I want that for is for the trees in the background. I should probably mix some blue with some of it. So I don't want it to be pure white. I want it to be light, very light blue. So I think white from gouache is a better choice than white from the watercolor, because white from the watercolor kind of is washed out, you know. So I'm just trying to make some snow in the background on the trees. and then I'll put a white caps on them where the moonlight is hitting it. for now. Let me just get these trees covered with a little bit of snow. And it activates the blue under it also, so that's always a good thing. That's a helpful thing. Actually, it's like a happy accident thing. Let's keep bringing it down to the mix it in with the blue. There. That tree has some snow on it. Let's get some on back here. Some areas of snow on these trees. It's kind of like a landscape, really, if you think about it. Just with a fantasy story happening. You know, the snow is falling around them, and the snow couple is dancing. Oh yeah, dance in the snow. Was that song Dancing in the Dark or Dancing in the Moonlight? There are so many different songs, but is there one called Dancing in the Snow? I don't know if there's a song like that. Dancing in the snow. Well, if you're a songwriter, maybe you could write one. Dancing in the snow. Oh, it looks so pretty now. Do you think it looks pretty? I think it looks pretty. I think it looks really pretty. Let me set this brush aside without putting it in the water. I'm going to take a bigger brush. Here we go. Now I got the bigger brush. See? I don't avoid the bigger brushes all the time. I just want to stain. I just want to stain some of these white areas so that they're not quite white, so that they're more blue. There we go. I think I'm almost done. Do you know what I need to add though? Snowflakes. That amazingly fun thing to do is to add snowflakes to a snow picture. And then we'll have our dancing snow people. Here we go, snowflake time. Let me use a smaller brush. Let me use this brush. Okay, here we go. Time for the snow to start falling. And maybe, wait a minute, maybe the snow has fallen on their carrots. Maybe there's snow right on their carrot. Yeah. Oh, that's kind of cute. Yeah. I like that. All right, snowflake time. Just gotta make sure I put enough snowflakes so it looks like it's snowing. And then we will have our dancing snowman, dancing snow couple, snowman, snow woman, dancing in the moonlight. The dancing snow couple. Lots of snowflakes. See how much this changes the picture when you have snowflakes. This is the stuff they're made out of. The very thing that makes up the snow, people, is falling down all around them. The very foundation of their being falls from the sky. And they revel in it. They dance as it falls around them. It's a joyful time for them. It's a joyful thing. It's like life itself. Life itself. Just enjoy your life. Dance like snowmen. There we go. I think I'm happy with the picture. And for the use of a big brush, why not? Here we go. Now we got a big brush to use right here. Just smear everything. Smear the whole back of the card. Get it wet. Smear it around. Drag some of that sky over there. Maybe even add some blue to it just for the sake of it. There we go. Yeah, just get some blue in there. Yeah, just spread it around, all right. There we go. Spread it around, then I'll dry it, and I'll be right back after it dries, and I'll fold it into a card. Because it's not a card yet right now, it's just a piece of paper. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, it's dry now. Let's fold it. Make it a card. And somebody will get this one. This is number 184. 184. So I have 16 more to go. And about 1 week to do them in. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your kind words. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.